The year is 2015, and you are watching episode 81 of the Doofy Doo Talk Through of Shiren the Wanderer. Hey there, it's Doofy. Happy New Year. I am back. Whoa, Happy New Year indeed. Just found a melding jar on floor 20 in Faye's final puzzle. Let's see. It could be a fake, so maybe I shouldn't get my hopes up. But hopefully it's good. So I am well on my way to cracking open this run of Faye's final puzzle. All I need is like a scroll of blessing or two, or a strengthening jar would be pretty sweet. But really a scroll of blessing so I could figure out if this cursed... Uh-oh. I missed. This is where I gotta be careful not to get... cornered. I don't know if I had any. If I got cornered, I don't know if I have any items that would actually get me out of that situation. Alright, as you have probably noticed, I am shooting arrows in corridors now because things are getting a little bit more dangerous now that I am past floor 20. The enemies are dangerous enough that I would kind of like to know what they are before I run into them. That sleeping trap reminds me of something that I never do. If I was really playing carefully, I would take all of my 3K armbands and I would stand on that sleeping trap and see if any of them were sleepless armbands. And the Black Looper had a really great tip last episode that might have really helped me in this run a lot. If you notice, last episode I killed a fluffy bunny and it uncovered a multiplication trap. And I was all like, oh, thanks, Fluffy Bunny. Now I see that trap and I won't step on it. Well, I should have stepped on it because I had an herb of sight. So if I had stepped on that multiplication trap on purpose after I ate the herb of sight, I could have possibly generated an unequipped trap, which would have allowed me to take off this cursed Illuminize. That would mean that I would only need... Go ahead and eat this kidney seed because I pretty much killed all the enemies. Oh, I thought I killed all the enemies on this floor. That would mean I would only need one scroll of blessing to uncurse my 8K armband and find out what it was. So hopefully that won't be a big deal, but that is a really cool technique that I didn't even think about, even though I'm trying to go pretty deep into Scroll Cave. Hey, a shop. Ooh, a sword shop. Perfect timing. Just found that melding jar. Alright, let's see here. Master sword. So, I got a Drain Buster here and also a Dragon Killer. I think if I sell some of my extra junk, I'll be able to buy those two, and then I'll meld myself a decent weapon. Hehe. Alright, while I figure out... Yeah, I don't know. I got a couple extra iron shields, so you really need to keep one extra shield so you can stuff it into your strengthening jar once you ID it. But I'm gonna go ahead and sell these two extras. Should be almost enough. Yeah. Last week we talked a little bit about Maslow's hierarchy of needs as regarding Shiren the Wanderer, and I said that we'd already taken care of all but the very last level in the hierarchy. So we had physiological needs covered with the rice balls. We had financial safety covered because I have some money. I'm trying to make a little bit more money now. Let's see what this is. Another 3K. Yeah, if I was being careful, I would, every time I came to like a confusion trap or a sleeping trap or even a rust trap, I would take every single 3K I had, I would check them, and then I would name them something different. But I'm going to name them all 3K. Just kind of out of laziness and kind of just because I don't want to bother with it. I want to show you that you don't have to be super duper methodical to beat Faye's final puzzle. I might as well sell that. I can sell my extra air slayer. So close, over 9,000. Oh, I just said a meme and I didn't even know it. And we talked about physical safety, melding a decent shield, which I did. Now I'm going to try to meld a decent weapon. And belonging and esteem. So belonging, we found a community of people who play this game. Well, community is a big word. Find one or two other people maybe. They play this game and learn from them. And then esteem, that's mainly self-esteem in a single player game. But you start to think, hey, I'm okay at this game, you know? I'm not the best, but I'm getting better. Remember, I had those confidence builder runs in Table Mountain? And usually that's when you start to feel like you're okay at Shiren the Wander. When you run through Table Mountain and you make it just in a rice ball run, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'm not terrible at this game. I'm gonna do okay. I can take this final puzzle. So hopefully you are at that point. Now, let's see if I can afford all of this. Yes, just barely. You know what? I was thinking I would wait until I found another fancy sword, but I'm just gonna meld myself a decent weapon right now. I can't wait. I'll meld this katana and then I'll sell one more thing so I can afford it. So, I'm gonna use the katana as my base to get an extra +2, I think. I think katana's +6. And the air slayer's only +4. So I should have a katana with a bunch of... What? What? You can't meld an item you haven't paid for? When was this rule instated, huh, shopkeeper? What is going on? Oh, Shiren the Wander decides to be nice for once and screws me out of one of my slots in my melding jar. Alright, well, I still have a pretty swanky sword. Hurts dragons and also hurts drain monsters, which is more useful. I did not know that you could not meld an item that you hadn't paid for. Thanks for telling me, shopkeeper. What a jerk. The weird thing is, that's kind of a nice feature. It's uncharacteristically nice. If you could meld an item you hadn't paid for, you could screw yourself over. You can eat herbs you haven't paid for. What gives? Alright, I'm gonna eat my second rotten rice ball. Strength down 3. Wow. So I wasted a slot in my melding jar and my strength is weakened, so I'm not gonna do as much damage as I wanted to. Ooh! And here are a couple of very promiscuous enemies. You know what? I'm gonna get them right next to me. I have a scroll of explosion. Let's see if it... Oh, good. It's not a real tank. It's a fake. Oh, he did it! That was very stupid, by the way. I was thinking he might make me eat the medicinal herb first, but he made me read the scroll of explosion and he killed himself. Or it killed itself. I guess I don't know the gender of the Lilac. I don't know. I think I halfway want to see a really crazy Lilac death. Wacky death dance where you like equip and unequip a bunch of stuff. I knew that the Lilac wouldn't last more than a couple turns though, because the tank, I thought the tank would kill it and level up, and then I could use the scroll of explosion to kill the tank if I really had to. But I don't know. If that was a real tank, I could have just died. That was kind of dumb. Once again though, dumb luck has prevailed. We are at the final level in Maslow's hierarchy, and the final level is something he called self-actualization. Oh my goodness, it's a scroll of blessing. I'm gonna try to bless that Illuminize. Maybe it'll bless everything. Please bless everything. Alright. Oh, I didn't bless everything. I'm gonna go ahead and equip the cursed sale site. But you know what this means. This means that if I had taken the Black Loopers, well, if I had done as the Black Looper would have done and generated that unequipped trap, I would have an uncursed discount armband or side armband at this point, which would be incredibly, incredibly useful. So, what perfect timing! Speaking of self-actualization, self-actualization is a fancy way of saying living up to your full potential. Remember, Maslow studied people like Einstein and Frederick Douglass, who were sort of very successful people who had lived up to their full potential. And that doesn't happen to most people. So they had reached sort of the highest level in the hierarchy of needs. Clearly, I have not done that in Shiren yet. I have a long way to go. Because if I had, I would have an uncursed 8K armband at this point. Oh my gosh, wait a sec. I just realized I made a horrible mistake. If Black Looper is watching this, he's probably like, How is this guy making the same stupid mistake twice in a row? I should have uncursed my 8k armband. Let's see what this is. Ah, it's cursed too. If I had used the Scroll of Blessing on the sale site, then the next time I hit an unequipped trap, I could just take off the cursed Illuminize and put on the uncursed sale site, and I'd have it available, which is very useful. Why would I just take off uncursed Illuminize and then immediately put on a cursed armband and put myself back in the same situation? I don't... now when I hit an unequipped trap, yeah, I can unequip the cursed sale site, but whoop-de-doo, I get to put on Illuminize. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? It was just a doofy move, alright? Sometimes the things I do don't make any sense. I gotta be careful by this trap bot. Oh good, he set a trap. Yeah, so self-actualization and Shiren the Wanderer. What does that mean? Well, clearly it doesn't just mean that you can beat Phase Final Puzzle. If you play Phase Final Puzzle long enough, you're gonna get a run so easy that no matter how stupid you are, you're gonna win the run. Clearly, I am evidence for that in this run. I mean, you have to know the basics, but you don't have to be a super duper player living up to your full potential in Shiren the Wanderer to beat Phase Final Puzzle the first time. In fact, the first time you beat Phase Final Puzzle, a lot of times it's kind of stressful and not even all that fun. Oh, I bet you're thinking I didn't learn my lesson in this case. That I shouldn't have attacked the Fog Hermit, but I'm close to the stairs so I can make it back and it'll break the spell. See? I do learn sometimes. Alright, a death metal and a low poly dancer. It's a good time to save. I made it through 3 floors this episode. Next episode, I'll talk about how you can achieve your full potential in Phase Final Puzzle and how that might even translate to make you able to fulfill your potential in real life. Ooh, that's right, it's gonna be deep. I'll see you then. Melding jar, I didn't see. I couldn't see. How could I know? My jar, and then I threw, and then they fell. And now I know.
When was this ruin instated, huh, shopkeeper?